Hey, what is up, guys? Pine Belt Beer Reviews back here again with you today for another one after quite a little bit of time off from the channel. As you can see, I'm kind of in a new looking kind of place. Yeah, I moved and then was working more. Been a little while since I've done a review, but I came back with this one that I just picked up today. At the local grocery store that has a pretty decent new beer selection. It is a IPA from Goose Island, a brewery I don't think I've done on here in a little while. It is their Next Coast IPA in the kind of just fairly plain silver, or I guess you could say minimalistic aluminum can here. Which says just the only description I really see on it is tropical juicy hops. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a just an American style IPA. It's labeled as such on the Untapped app, but not sure if it's supposed to be like a hazy IPA or anything like that, or if it's just a typical American IPA. 7% ABV, 40 IBUs. Its can's getting awfully sweaty here, as you can see, so we'll go ahead and crack it open and get into it. Yeah, just moved into a little studio apartment, which I kind of figured would help sort of consolidate, minimalize, and really kind of help me focus more on what I got, like different projects and everything that I have going on, namely just different, there we go, different kind of writing projects that I have that I'm working on, which I hope I will be able to do something with here soon in the future. Going into talking about just entertainment and everything, the entertainment industry and everything like that. I felt for some reason that smaller kind of apartment, much less space to crowd with junk and all kinds of other stuff that I tend to do that often distracts me. Really just having a kind of smaller living sort of situation would benefit, really kind of focusing on different aspects of living, if that makes any sense at all. Does to me anyway. So with this pour here, as you can see, I also have a better lighting situation now. As you can see, it gets really 4 fingers of sudsy, foamy white head. I can't find my stemmed glass. I think I might have lost that in the move. I had a stemmed IPA glass. I have no idea what happened to it. I gave a lot of glassware away because I just had no space to put any of it. So I kept hold on to some of my favorites. I have no idea what happened to them though. So we'll just do with this for now until I can maybe pick up another IPA glass or whatever. Lots of bubbles, as you can see, kind of sticking to the glass. Fairly golden IPA actually in appearance. Not very orange or anything like that you would usually expect from an IPA. Very much looks like a pale ale, maybe a very highly carbonated and filtered pale ale. Looks like it's definitely going to be an IPA of the kind of refreshing variety. Usually they're kind of more for that aromatic kind of benefit, or that kind of aromatic enjoyment of the hops. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a nose on this one, which is definitely very tropical, very, very fruity, very bright and citrusy. Definitely West Coast hops in this one, with the pineapple and white sugar, white bread sort of aromas. Getting, like I said, a lot of that kind of guava, pineapple, tropical fruits. Not a whole lot of malt, really. Just mostly very sweet, kind of bright hops. So let's go right into the flavor on this one. Flavor is actually fairly on point with the aromas. Guava, pineapple, other tropical fruits. but it has a very sort of rich kind of smooth quality to it. Almost kind of reminds me a bit of a golden ale. Yeah, really smooth, kind of rich tropical fruit kind of quality to it. Um, Very full flavored actually. Kind of reminds me of like a maybe like a uh, Starburst kind of candy sort of juiciness to it. It is a very juicy IPA to be honest, as the name implies that it will be. Yeah, tropical juicy hops. Yeah, very very juicy kind of flavor. Very smooth, juicy, tropical flavor, less citrus. Really more about that kind of pineapple. Good bit of bittering on the back end going on as it kind of settles on the palate. Uh, Finish is very smooth. For 7%, not too boozy or anything like that, but you do get a little bit of a dry sort of very very back of the finish kind of dryness. Um, but Really smooth drinking, mouthfeel fairly medium, despite the kind of clarity that this beer has. Very sort of smooth mouthfeel along with the flavor. So actually, not a bad IPA at all. Really good. Kind of. I'm usually not too fond of like the more tropical, like bright IPAs. I kind of gotten into the liking the kind of more maltier, almost kind of New England style IPAs as I've kind of continued to drink them. But This one is definitely one I do actually really enjoy. I really like the fullness of the flavor and the smoothness of the IPA overall, despite how kind of bright and crisp it looks. It actually does have a good bit of flavor there. So I definitely recommend checking it out if you see it. I think I'd give it a solid A minus. Um, Again, not my favorite style, so that's a little bit of a personal bias for me. So I definitely do recommend checking it out if you see it. Goose Island Beer Company IPA. You can see that there's some lettering there on the can as well as my reflection in the computer. Their Next Coast IPA. Definitely check it out if you see it. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I will absolutely try to get some more beer reviews, whiskey reviews, bourbon reviews, all that kind of good stuff onto the channel more often now that I've kind of got myself settled into this new living situation. And until next time, again, thanks for watching.